Hello dudes and babes, DT here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Clash Royale. Today I'm bringing you a little life hack and today I'm going to teach you how to take down Sparky without having a zap in your deck. Now, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button real hard and let's go ahead and go for 30 likes for this video to spread the like awareness and spread the DT love all over the place. So I'm basically finally back from my trip, guys. I know I've been away forever and I am ready to rock and roll and show you and teach you all the things that I've absorbed while I was away. Now, what happened is when I was on vacation, of course, I still played Clash Royale. You know me, I'm a little addicted, and I've played against tons of people that had a Sparky. Now, Sparky is the kind of a card that typically has me holding on to my knickers, especially if I don't have a zap in my deck and I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? What am I going to do? Well, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. So this deck here is not going to feature the zap and therefore is going to be a little bit more challenging, but believe me, it is doable. So next time you're going against an opponent that has a Sparky and you don't, you are going to be prepared. So let's go ahead and see what this strategy consists of. Now, the current deck that I'm using has a Fireball. I really do enjoy using it every once in a while. It helps me to get that last punch in there and secure the victory. So that is why I'm using that instead of the zap. Now let's go ahead and go half the speed so we can see exactly how things took place in slow motion so I can break it up for you step by step. Now, of course, if that's not what your current deck is looking like, because what are the chances that it is, you can adjust accordingly and you can make adjustments. Now, as you can see, the opponent reveals the Sparky right in the beginning of the game and I go ahead and I drop my Giant first. If you have a Royal Giant, go ahead and drop the Royal Giant. So the Giant goes in first. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to drop the Valkyrie immediately in front of the Giant, but when the Sparky already has narrowed down the attention on the Giant, because what that will allow me to do is to have my Valkyrie put in a few hits, a few of the axe spins into the Sparky, and it'll going to put me in a place where the Giant is still soaking up the damage, and I'm going to put my little fighter troops on each side. On one side, you will see me have the Goblins. On another side, there are my lovely tiny little archers. The reason they're located on both sides of the Sparky is because if they're on the same side, the Sparky is going to take them down with one charge, and that is not what you want to do. You want to put them on separate sides, so if one side goes down, the Sparky will have to turn around and take a look at the other side, and in the meantime, your troops are putting in the last hacks into the Sparky. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second time that my opponent reveals the Sparky in this game, and then we're going to go ahead and just seal this in so we can get the strategy nice and right. So here again, I'm having my Giant walk up towards the arena tower of my opponent, and the opponent drops the damned Sparky, and we know the plan, we know how this works now. If you did not have an ability to put the Valkyrie directly in front of the Giant, it is not a huge deal. If the Valkyrie goes behind, it is still fine because the Giant, the Sparky is still going to be concentrating on the Giant first. However, as you can see, he actually was able to damage my Valkyrie as well while charging at the Sparky. So, you know, while charging at the Giant. And the Sparky is just such a strong card, guys. You really have to be, you know, totally cool-headed, level-headed, and not panic, because the second you do, you start throwing cards in locations and directions you shouldn't be. Next thing you know, they just totally three-crowned you. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first replay one more time, where we're going to take a look at it and talk step by step exactly what happened. So as soon as you see the Sparky, you have to figure out which one of your cards is going to be soaking up all the damage. In my case, it is a Giant. If you have a Royal Giant, put that. If you have a Giant Skeleton, put that. Then you're going to have to figure out the card that is going to be able to sustain one or two Sparky charges and put in a few of the hit points, you know, into the Sparky. In my case, it is of course the Valkyrie. In your case, it could be something else. Just make sure that, you know, you place it properly, and, you know, especially if you have something like, you know, a Musketeer and you don't have Valkyrie, or if you have a Witch, that is going to be a bit problematic. So placement is going to be crucial. Do not put it right next to the Giant, because otherwise a Royal Giant behind, or your soul cup card, let's just call it that. Do not put it right next to each other or right behind, simultaneously, because then Sparky is going to charge at both of them, and that's not what you want to do. Put your little fighters on separate sides. As you can see, I had my goblins on one side and archers on another, so that they can continue to hit up on to the Sparky simultaneously, and the Sparky is now going to take them down with one charge all together. So if you have your minions, use them. If you have your goblins, spear goblins, if you have your archers, use them. If you have skeleton army, go ahead and use that, but make sure that you're putting them on the opposite sides, because that is going to make it or break it. And whatever you do, do not panic. Sparky is a very strong card. If you don't have a zap, you think you cannot win. That is not true, guys. I've definitely been able to stop the Sparky and at least hold off and get into draws, or at least lose with minimal losses, which would be a 1 crown, so you lose as few trophies as possible. Do not panic. Everything is possible. You can take it down, and if you follow these simple steps and adjust for your deck, I believe you can do it. So go ahead and give it a try next time you're going against the Sparky, and if it works for you, don't forget to come back and let me know, because I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick little tutorial and a life hack on how to stop a Sparky without a zap. I will see you guys in the next episode. Until then, DT is out.